Hello, welcome everybody back to a new video. Today I'm finally doing the Advanced Survivor Guide. I know you guys have been waiting for this for a long time and it's finally here. So what we're going to start off there with is the new dash handles that came a little while ago now, but I haven't done any updates on it. But the new dash handles here, you can get some extreme speeds and get around the map very quick. You can also outrun Huggy's charge or Boxy's jumping or Mummy Longlegs arm. So what I'm going to show you here, guys, first is Ryo is going to come here, so you can see it in the third perspective on how it looks. So we're starting from the same spot, and as you can see, Ryo's flying away. It's Boxy, of course, but we're just showing the normal moving speed for the killers here now. And you're gonna see that the killer has just left the stage area and Ryo is already back. So as you can see, you go a lot quicker than the killer. The killer is not able to catch up with you unless Boxy gets a grab on you or you hit some obstacles in the way. So what you guys gotta know is you gotta know how to bungee jump for this to work. So what you can do, instead of pressing space, which is kind of hard, if you scroll down or scroll wheel like this, then you're gonna bungee jump, as you can see. I've talked about this before. Yeah, so what you're gonna do is, as soon as you shoot your hand to grab to one of these handles, you let go right before you get all the way over, and then you start spinning your scroll wheel to start jumping, and that will give you the maximum momentum. So what I'm also going to show here is the longest route you can take with this on theater. Get around the whole map very quick, both upstairs, downstairs. This goes around the whole thing here, so I screwed up a little bit, but you know, the killer would have lost you long ago. It's this is just for a showcase to show the longest route that we actually have with full route of dash handles. So you go over here, you actually take the swing here, so it's not a dash handle, but still, and then you take it back up the stairs, and you've basically covered the whole map within a couple seconds and back at the stage. So yeah, you can see how fast this is. But yeah, let's move on to the next tip here. Alright, so what I want to go over now is a little juke you can do with the swings here. So as you can see, I roll jump over half of the pit there, turn around, and then use the dash handle to get back. As you can see there, the Boxy used his shift to try and catch me on the other side of the hole. But because I did this, I went back around, and he had to spend some more time to actually turn around and come back around again. So how this works is basically, as you guys probably know, is that when you're standing on one side of the handle, it's gonna pull you to the other side of the handle. So if you're on the side here with the pipe pull down, you're gonna come up to the side with the puzzle pillar. So I explained this part right here very poorly, so I had to redo this. So I'm sorry about that, guys. But what I mean here is you have to jump over 50% of the hole to actually be able to do this. So you gotta do a roll jump, and then once you're over about 50% of the hole, you turn around to grab the handle again. So yeah, back to the video. Something else is when you jump over from especially this side, if you fake out the killer by going a little left but then turn right, it's most likely going to use his grab hand right there to try and catch you, because you know, most of the time when you go over that pit, you go to the vent. Like, that's the safest route. But if it's a Boxy, you gotta be careful for that. So same goes for the vents. You go for a vent, you just strafe out to the side to make a miss, because you know, if you run straight into the vent, you can't really move. It's gonna be easy grab for the killer to just pull you back. So every time if you guys are in my streams, every time you see this, every time I run towards a vent, I either go to the right or the left, and 70% of the time the killer always misses with just shooting their hand straight for the vent then. So very useful. And if you guys don't believe this works because it's staged, make sure to tune into our Twitch. We're live almost every day. But enough for the self-promotion here. Now I'm just speeding up the background here a little bit because I have shown this before, but I'm just running over a couple of the infinites on this map because there are a lot of them. They're very useful. We have gone over them before, so that's why it's going so quickly, just to show you where it is. It's more of mind games, these I'm showing right there, so you have to be aware of where the killer is going and all that. And just make sure you always look up and check wherever the killer is at. Yeah, let's move to the next tip here. So what we're showing right here is when you have a whole group of people, If you're running punching bag and leadership, this is the most valuable. What you can do is basically, if it's a boxy, he can't really kill anyone as long as you if you see a teammate is getting hit a little bit too much, you go and take some hits for him, and you just keep running in a circle. This can work around puzzle pillars or any other small object around the map. If you just keep running in a circle with a lot of friends, you're going to keep healing, and you're going to heal so much that the killer is just not able to get you. This is because of the little slowdown he gets for every attack, so he just can't turn the corners too quick. And say if I were low here, to get away, all you gotta do is just wait until he's not on your side, and you just roll out of there, and then you're good. Just make sure that you're maybe at comms when you're doing this with someone, because you know, if everyone lives and then there's one dude left behind, it's gonna be a little struggle for him. And now on to some tips here for the breakers. So here on breaker 2, the best spot is to stand there right by the stairs, because if the killer's coming, all you do is you jump down to the basement there, and then you use the dash handles as we talked about earlier. You get over this pit right there, and then you can go either right to breaker 1 or go left and try and go to breaker 2 again. So another thing here is if someone is downed, if you stand on the opposite side of from the killer and the downed person, what's gonna happen is that the killer, as you can see, is just constantly picking up the guy, and you can go around and revive. But be careful. Anyways, what we got here now is Toy Factory. As I showed you guys on theater, I'm just gonna show you a quick little way to get around the map really quick. So from one side to the other side in a couple seconds, very quick, very easy. Next one here is right over here. This is the longest route you can take with the dash handles on the Toy Factory. This is around the map with it. So you just follow this route. You're gonna be a little bit slow down here because of the catwalk, but then you just grab the handle at the other side there, and then you're gone around the whole map as with theater in a couple seconds. So what you see Pora is doing here is what we're going over next. So you saw him jump over the fence there, so I'm going to show you guys. So what he's doing is he has you need a special mouse for this, because some mouses has frictionless rolling wheels while some has with friction. Mine is with friction, so this doesn't work for me, but if you do have a frictionless scrolling wheel, what you can do is once you scroll on the wheel, it's going to keep spinning, and that means you're going to be keep jumping. As you can see, when you scroll the mouse, you jump, right? So when I'm scrolling multiple times, you know, it stops for me every now and then because of the friction. But when you don't have friction on it, when it's frictionless, you're going to keep jumping, and that's going to give you a small amount of like a little jump boost sometimes. I'm going to show you guys here, because you can get it sometimes, but you can't get it consistent like these guys with the frictionless. So you just spam left and right click, and as you see here, I did in slow motion, there is the little jump boost, and you can see that you fly a little step higher. So what they're doing is basically they're spamming left and right click. They scroll their wheel, and that just keeps spinning, and they spam left and right click just over and over, and they get that little jump boost every time, and that makes it possible to get over the ledge up there. As you saw, jump over the edges there. You can jump down right down in the hole there, or you can even get on the roof, as you guys probably remember from before, the roof up there, right there. However, you can break these on accident if you do it too much. Sometimes when you've done it too much, they break and you won't be able to use them anymore. I don't know why this happens, but it happens sometimes. So they've actually broken this, so we can't show you when they go on the roof, because we didn't have time recording it, but it is possible to get on the roof with this. Now what we're going over is the breaker 1 and 2 on Toy Factory here. So there's a little spot there that you can use, which I'm showing right here. So when you're on the catwalk right here, you have no more extension on the arm. You can see me breaking it there actually. So if you're standing here, it's going to be a little bit harder for the killer to see you, unless he's coming from the direction you're standing, of course. But if he's coming from one of the other directions, if you hit it right there where the hand symbol is like halfway behind the little pillar down there, you can do it from a pretty safe distance. However, if you are down here and the killer comes from the stairs here and starts chasing you, the best way is to go up this way. As I'm going here, you jump over this little conveyor thingy, and then once you get to this door you go through and close it, of course. But if you're unfortunate enough for the killer to actually catch up with you and get inside with you, what you do to get out of there is grab this handle right here and jump over to the catwalk. That's gonna cause the killer to be stuck inside there, and yeah. Next there is for the other breaker. We're doing the spot from the glitches video. It's not the best one, not the one I would recommend, but it is the safest one. If you're jumping up on this little lamp right here, the Huggy can get you, Boxy can, Mommy can, but you know who's gonna look up here. So it's very safe, not worth doing though. It takes a lot of time, and also when you're gonna jump down, you're not really that safe. The best way to do it is actually how Ryo is doing it right here, as you can see. That's the safest and best spot, I would say, because the killer only has 2 places to come from. You can also go around it like this, as you usually see people do, because your hand doesn't break on the breaker, but it does break on other objects, as you can see. But I would not recommend this, even though it's used a lot. If the killer comes, you don't have any escape. So best way to do it here on breaker 2 is actually stay on this catwalk right there, shoot your hand from about this angle, and then the killer can either come from right or left. So if he comes up the stairs, you run in here, you have 2 ways to go. I would go to the left, because you can jump through this vent and do a little glitch around the wall. And once you drop down there, maybe you're able to save a little bit of your time on the generator before it regresses all the way. Alright, so now I'm gonna show you guys probably a lot of you have seen on stream lately. This is one of my new favorite spots, and it's actually surprisingly effective. So what you do here is in the killer spawn area, you jump over, and you got this hole right there, and you, instead of jumping down, you jump on this little ledge, and most of the time the killer is actually going to fall down the hole. So if it's not a Boxy or a Mommy, they can't get back up really quick, and if they are, they just you just close the door. However, if the killer sees you, you just move a little bit and then jump, and you're gonna see he might hit you a couple times, but most of the time he's still going to fall. It also works from the other side there, though it's not that good because you can't turn around and face the wall, so you can see your body a lot better than on the other side, because if you face the wall, your hands are going to go through, and the killer is going to know what you're doing. Not only that, but when you run through there, you usually close the door. If you don't close the door, the killer's going to know something fishy is up, and he might be more aware before he even jumps down, and yeah, you're going to be dead. So I definitely recommend doing it from this side, because you can face straight into the vending machine here, and the killer can't see your hands, and your character gets a lot smaller. So definitely recommend doing that way. Anyways, now I'm going to show you another little cool spot that we usually use. So if the killer is too close and you think he might get to hit you or something, you're one tap. As you saw there, instead of me running through the door, because if the killer is too close, he might hit you once if you're one tap, or it might be Boxy, he might drag you back and you get stuck there. As soon as you jump out of this vent, you just hide on these trash bags, you wait for the killer to actually go out of the vent, and as soon as he's out of the vent, you run back in, and that might throw the killer off a lot of times. So what's going on here is once the killer notices, he's gonna come after you, of course. So you get two choices. You can go through here, close the door, or he's gonna come around and you can go to this dash handle, and you can go travel all the way back to spawn very quickly. You're gonna see he's gonna use his charge to try and catch me. You sneak around this corner, and then when he's close enough, you go for the dash handle again, and you just go flying back across the map, and you're out of sight. Not the last one. A lot of you guys know about this. You probably played the game a long time, but if you haven't, this right here, very strong place for survivors. You got these double doors right here. The killer is gonna struggle to get through the vent if he ever tries to. If it's a box, he might do it easier, but he cannot vent skip it. You're gonna notice pretty quickly. And if the killer is waiting on one of the doors like this, all you do is you run through a door, you close it, you get to the other side, you close it again, and you just keep doing this over and over, and the killer's gonna have a really hard time catching you here. Even though you might not make it the first couple of attempts, you're still gonna waste a lot of time doing this. I think it is possible for Huggy and Huggy to get up too. He has to jump on like these shoes here, but it's a very hard jump and it's just not beneficial. So if it's a Huggy, this is definitely one of the better spaces or spots to use against the killer. But yeah, other than that, guys, this is what I have for you guys for the Advanced Survivor guide. Some of this you might know already, you know, but I can't really show every single route that exists in game because you know it's gonna take ages. I tried to make this video as short as possible. It ended up being over 15 minutes. But yeah, if you guys want to see even more just like routes or anything like that, I'm live on Twitch from Monday to Thursday, and then also Sunday. The only days I'm off is usually Friday and Saturday. So if you guys want to see some routes or just want to ask for some tips in the game, come check me out on Twitch. Link is in the description. And other than that, if you guys like the video, please leave it a like. Remember to subscribe if you want more videos, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.